Hi, imagine this. A patient is probably stuck in a very stressful situation, perhaps an emergency, or they are just trying to contact their healthcare provider or the clinician and trying to explain about their health condition and understand what the doctor has to say. Or vice versa. The doctor is trying to understand what the patient has to communicate. What are the names of the medicines that the patient is trying to tell? Or what is the dosage? What's the number? So, in a situation like this, I think having a speech to text model can come extremely handy. But the problem is, there are not multiple speech to text models which are trained on a niche domain of just healthcare, such that all the medical terms can be mapped perfectly because at many times there are people who might be in noisy environments, or they might just not be able to spell out what their concerns are correctly, or may not be able to communicate in a way that both the healthcare provider and the patient understand. And hence, I have implemented this particular project, which is VoiceOps. So what this VoiceOps does is, as we speak, I could either start recording, which is basically it takes our audio recording. I could either record it live or I could upload an audio. Uh, and let's see what it does. So let me read out this. Hi, I just wanted to give an update about how I've been feeling. Over the past few days, I've had mild chest discomfort, but no sharp pain and no shortness of breath. I do feel a little dizzy in the mornings. I've been taking lisinopril 10 milligrams once daily and metformin 500 milligrams twice daily with meals. I haven't missed any doses. I also started taking atorvastatin 20 milligrams at night about a week ago. I don't have any fever, no vomiting, and no cough. Just the dizziness and some occasional fatigue. My blood sugar readings have been slightly high, around 180 to 200 in the evenings. Also, for my records, my social security number is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I was wondering if I should adjust my medication or continue with the same dosage for now. Also, I'll be traveling next week, so I wanted to check if I need to take any precautions. Stop the recording. All right, so let's see what is the transcript that I get. So this has been generated from the raw whisper output, and we have also chunked this audio for 4 seconds. This was such that the wordings are not completely cut off in the middle, and it also has a little bit of context. But because of this, we face a lot of problems. See, it ends the sentence somewhere halfway. How I've been feeling, full stop, over the past few days. So things like this. And also the name of the medicine is wrong. Lisinopril is wrong. Um, yeah, it has the social security number and yeah, things like that. So now what I will be able to do is either view this as a clinician or a patient. Let's say I'm the clinician. I'm first going to process this particular data such that I prevent my personal information to go. So my social security number has been completely redacted before I send it uh, to process. And then I'm going to generate a summary of the conversation. And like you see here, it has correctly identified the names of the medications: lisinopril, metformin, and atorvastatin, which was not picked here. Yeah. Apart from that, it also tells about the symptoms, the dosages, and the next steps. All of that is covered. So, as a doctor, if I approve of this summary, it will probably go to the patient and they will understand. So this was our quick demo. In our project, we have also created our own benchmarks and baselines. So these are the four baselines that we have created. The first one is just raw whisper, which is the whisper library. And then we added normalization to the raw whisper. And then we added retrieval on top of that. And then we finally added gated retrieval. And as you can see, while there are certain trade-offs, mostly B1, which is the normalization, performed well on word error count or character error count because it shows the least amount of error rates. Uh, so this is one of our benchmarks that we created. There are a few examples that you can also see. For example, the patient, this was one of the data that I've added. This was a script. The patient needs metformin 500 milligrams twice daily with meals. But then the Whisper AI performed very poorly on this and it gave metformin as the keyword for metformin. And this is not acceptable, right? So for medical professional, they need to be able to say it in a flow, metformin, and it must be able to identify this. So a problem like that, or for retrieval correction, unsafe ungated correction, as well as gated safe correction, you can look into this. These were some of the examples that come up when you train on our benchmark. And then this is our system architecture. For live audio recordings, we take audio input and then we run it through the whisper and then normalize it and then we generate the live transcript. Whereas if we are uploading an audio, then we just go through a few other layers which give us way more apt or accurate result. So we take the session transcript, run it through retrieve, create, final transcript, redaction, and summary. Well, and in our design notes, we have also taken into consideration these particular things where we have created our own benchmark design and we have synthesized over 30 plus voice samples. We have used n-gram retrieval correction. So this happens to be extremely important, especially because of chunking, where we take a word and we kind of slice it into n different parts, or we take n different words and combine it. So this is a combination of multiple permutation and combination, which helps us in understanding that particular word properly. For example, say it is metform in, it can and in or met form in and things like that, and it goes over the key list or the list of all the keywords that we've provided and it matches and then it gives us the right answer. We've also used Logistic regression gate for audio uploads. And one other innovation that we have is denoise processing. So even before our audio goes through the whisper, we have denoise so that it helps in making our audio even more clearer. And we have tried to achieve near live chunked transcription. So these are some of the notes that we've got. And yeah, this is our denoise button. We can choose to add an extra layer of denoising. And that's about the project. Hope you liked it. Thank you so much.